story is chapter 21. Chapter 21. Never remember a kindness done or forget a kindness received. William Tell, playwright Friedrich Schiller's masterpiece, contains the following scene. In a mountain recess, Tell saves the life of his enemy, the bailiff, then goes home and brags to his wife. From now on, the bailiff's attitude will surely change because of the debt he incurred today. You're deceiving yourself, warns his wife. You will stick in his craw and he will resent you more than ever. It often happens that while one person keeps track of kindnesses he has done, looking forward to a great return, the recipient of that same kindness struggles under the burden of debt and feels a mounting antipathy. Debtors are as likely as not to resent the very people who helped them. This, of course, does not mean that there is no need for acts of kindness. The law of the universe is that you reap only what you sow. Good actions yield good results, bad actions bring bad results, and one's own actions determine one's fate. Good results cannot come about if good seeds are not planted, but attitude is crucial. In the Japanese folk tale, the tongue-cut sparrow, an old man had a pet sparrow he was very fond of. One day, when the old man was out, the sparrow ate up all his wife's starch. The old woman became so angry that she took out her scissors and snipped off the sparrow's tongue, rendering it mute. The poor sparrow flew off in tears. When the old man came home and heard what had happened, he was appalled at his wife's cruelty and set off to find his little friend. After a long, hard search, he finally found the sparrow and stayed the afternoon, happy to be together again. When it came time for him to go home, the sparrow offered him his choice of two wicker baskets, one large and one smaller. Without hesitation, the old man picked the smaller one because it was lighter and easier to carry. When he got home, it turned out to be full of gold and jewels. Seeing this, the old woman promptly set off to claim her own reward for all she'd done to look after that sparrow. Her heart was fixed on treasure, so when she was offered the same choice as her husband, she picked a larger basket, which turned out to be full of goblins and monsters. The old man was content simply to be reunited with the pet sparrow he had searched for high and low. He asked nothing more. The old woman, on the other hand, thought to herself, "That sparrow owes me, because I took care of it." Her motive was not to comfort the sparrow, let alone to make amends for what she had done, but to acquire treasure. The goblins and monsters that set upon her in the end were the reflection of her own impure heart. How pleasant it would be if people did all they could for one another without seeking anything in return. One should never remember a kindness done and never forget a kindness received. Mm, the story is about uh, yeah, giving and receiving. Yeah, we sometimes we practice act of kindness giving, and sometimes we receive kindness from other people. So there is a very important mindset which is written at the end of the story. Uh, one should never remember a kindness done and never forget a kindness received. Because we tend to forget the kindness we received and always remember the kindness we have done to other people. And this will create a lot of problem, in fact. So yeah, this mindset, this attitude, is very, very important. The story of William Tell, yeah, when I read this story for the first time, it looked very, very difficult for me to understand. Mm, what's the lesson? What's the message here? Mm, yeah, the burden, that of gratitude. Yeah, it's a kind of burden. When we receive kindness, it becomes a burden for us. So, in order to release that burden, what we are encouraged to do is to express a heartfelt gratitude. So usually we have three chances. The time when we receive a kindness, and after we came home, after we come home, we can write a thank you card or text message. This is the second time. And the third time, when we meet the same person, the giver, uh, we can say thank you again, saying, oh, the other day I got this from you. Thank you very much. I appreciate so much. And blah, blah, blah. We can elaborate it. So all in all, we can express gratitude for 3 times. Yeah, it's a little too much maybe in Western culture. This is what I learned in Japan, but I don't think it's too much because people feel happy when the recipient of a kindness uh, show of gratitude and they say thank you. Yeah, this is one of the 7 types of non-material giving. So there's nothing we will lose. There are a lot of things we will gain. Yeah, it's a practice of mutual happiness. So let's not remember a kindness done and never forget a kindness received. Oh,